Welcome again to Joe's Stunner Boxing. Last year, one of the best fights of the year was Eduardo Rocky Hernandez against O'Shaquie Foster. And if you remember, there was that extraordinary 11th round where both guys were just beating the crap out of each other. And the pendulum swung heavily one way, then heavily the other. But O'Shaquie Foster got the job done and defended his WBC super featherweight title by stopping Hernandez with, I don't know how many minutes, it was 30 seconds to go or something like that. Yeah, I mean, that was an incredible fight, but it did show that Hernandez is what you might call a TV fighter. He always provides a tremendous amount of entertainment. He's got 34. Before today's fight, he had 34 wins with 31 KOs, 2 defeats, both by stoppage. So he's kind of a kill or be killed guy. And he made his comeback in Mexico. It's not really a comeback, but you know what I mean. He returned, shall we say, in Mexico against a guy called Daniel Lugo. Now, Lugo, you may also know him from earlier this year. In February, he got a draw with Mauricio Lara, a majority decision 10-rounder. And that was the first fight back for Lara, having lost to Lee Wood. But Lugo was sort of unheralded, came in and did very well against Lara. He was expected to be blown out of the water. He wasn't. And he came into today's fight with Hernandez with 27 wins, 18 by KO and 2 defeats. Well, this was a really good fight because the styles gelled so well. You know, 2 Mexican warriors coming at it, both with something to prove. Hernandez, obviously the banger, but, you know, Daniel Lugo, he's got a bit of pop to his punches as well. Look at the record. Both these guys have spent virtually their entire careers in Mexico. I know Lugo, I don't think Lugo has fought outside of Mexico. Hernandez, I don't know about him. I think he might have fought in America a couple of times. But this was always going to be a good old war, a good old rock'em sock'em war. And sure enough, it was. Hernandez started aggressively looking to bang out Lugo, but Lugo kind of went with him. And for the first 2 rounds, it was give and take. I think Hernandez was probably doing a bit more work, landing a bit more. Yeah, I mean, the first 2 rounds, I thought I'd probably edge him to Hernandez just on work rate. But Lugo, don't make no mistake about it, he was in this fight. In actual fact, he was being aggressive himself. He wasn't like he was boxing on the back foot all the time. And in the 3rd round, he pushed Hernandez into the corner, and they were swapping punches. Hernandez was like, okay, you know, I'll counter punch, and he missed with might have been a hook, and Lugo sort of swung down, and then swung to the side and threw his own left hook and caught Hernandez slap bang on the button. And Hernandez was hurt. Hernandez was shaken. So Rocky Hernandez needed all that, you know, Rocky drama, all that Rocky determination to work his way back into it. Because in that 3rd round, he was definitely hurt. And then in the 4th, I think he's kind of went back to, he really only knows one way to fight, which is to come forward and bang. But he kind of, the fog lifted out of his brain, floated out of his ears or down his nostrils or out of his nostrils or whatever, and he came back he was back in the room suddenly, and he thought, okay, I've got to go to work here. And Lugo, he actually hurt Lugo with some body punches. The body work from Hernandez, as is so often the case, proved to be the key. He landed a terrific left hook, and Lugo was visibly shaken, visibly hurt it. He was visibly hurt, he felt it. And that kind of contained him a little bit because he was a little bit less eager to come forward because he knew what was waiting for him. And that was fatal. That was fatal because Hernandez, you know, if you let him come forward, unless you really hit him and hurt him and get his respect, he's going to keep coming forward, and he'll probably keep coming forward anyway. This was a 12-rounder, by the way. I don't know whether there was a cheap belt on the line, but there was certainly wasn't a world title fight. Well, Rocky Hernandez continued with the attrition and gradually started to bust up Lugo. Lugo, I think his nose went first of all, and then I think it was might have been 6, possibly during the 7th round, which was the last round. He cut him over the eye as well. And although Lugo didn't hit the floor, he really was taking a pasting, a real bad pasting, and he wasn't really throwing much back. It's almost like he'd gone into survival mode, or he just couldn't keep Hernandez off him. Hernandez is a demon when it comes to this energy. He just wants to put all the pressure on you. Huge punches, you know, he throws them, you know, to the body, to the head, uppercuts thrown in there. It's not like he's predictable necessarily. It's just, you know, the only thing predictable about him is, you know, you're going to get a barrage of punches. And Lugo, whereas Lugo could early on go with him, I think the body punches took a lot out of him. And he probably thought that left hook in the third round where he really shook Hernandez. That was probably an opportunity missed. But so anyway, Lugo was taking a pasting, getting knocked from pillar to post. Eventually, the referee stepped in and said, "That's your lot, enough." And I think it was a very, very good stoppage, a very good stoppage. So Hernandez is now back against, having lost to Oshaki Foster. He's now back with a very good win over a good pro, good Mexican tough guy. Lugo now 27-3-1. Hernandez 35 with 32 KOs and 2 defeats. Yeah. He's good. He's got himself a future, this Hernandez. He's only 26. I mean, he can make a run at a title again, but he is a tremendously entertaining fighter, and it's his vulnerabilities that actually, you know, part of the reason that make him so appealing to watch. Daniel Lugo can come again as well. I mean, like I say, this is only his 3rd defeat, and he's only 29, so he's a good gatekeeper type, you know, Lugo. And he will, if you're not on it, he'll spring a little bit of an upset, or like he got a draw against Lara. You know, no one was expecting that. But he can fight. He can fight as well. So this was shown on DAZN. It was on their Mexican card from today, today being May the 12th, Sunday. So go and have a look at it if you've got DAZN, or try and dig it out on YouTube or wherever. Very, very good fight. Look out for the 5th round. 5th round is a thing of beauty, because they are really swapping punches big time. It's a terrific round. One of the best rounds of the year. So let me know what you think. If you do see it, comments below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button as well. And spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. If you could do that, I'd appreciate it. It takes a second to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You'd be doing us a big, big favour. I always appreciate your time. Looking forward to reading your comments. And bye for now.